Hello bookers, welcome to Let's Book. Imagine walking into a museum, expecting the usual artifacts, but instead, you're greeted with a bouncy castle of breasts. Welcome to the Museum of Sex. Picture this. You're strolling down Fifth Avenue in New York City. You turn a corner, and there it is, the Museum of Sex. A bold, unapologetic marquee announces your destination, leaving no room for ambiguity. You step inside and you're immediately confronted with a sight that's as hilarious as it is unexpected. A bouncy castle of breasts. Yes, you heard that right. An inflatable castle full of breasts of all shapes and sizes. Now, this isn't your typical museum experience. This isn't the Metropolitan Museum of Art or the Museum of Natural History, but that's precisely what makes it so fascinating. It's a museum that takes a subject often shrouded in hush-hush whispers and presents it with a hearty dose of humor and educational insight. Well, let's just say it's not your typical rodeo. But what struck me the most was not just the content of the exhibits, but the way they were presented. There was a sense of playfulness, a nod to the absurd. It was as though the museum was inviting us to laugh, to be shocked, and most importantly, to learn. Every exhibit, every artifact had a story behind it, a story about our society, our history, our attitudes towards sexuality. The Museum of Sex doesn't just aim to shock or amuse. It aims to educate, to provoke thought, to start conversations. This was just the beginning. And that, my friends, was just the entrance. The real adventure was yet to begin. The Museum of Sex is not your typical museum. It's a celebration of human sexuality in all its forms. Now let's take an imaginative journey through the various exhibits and attractions that this unique institution has to offer. First, let's venture into the funland, pleasures and perils of the erotic fairground. It's an exhibit that has captivated many a visitor with its playful and provocative approach to exploring the sensual side of amusement parks. Imagine, if you will, the thrill of a fairground, but with a twist that makes you rethink everything you thought you knew about fun and games. One visitor, a seasoned traveler who thought he'd seen it all, shared his experience. He said, "It's like stepping into another world, one where the rules of what's normal are left at the door. It's a fascinating exploration of the senses and emotions." Then there's the action, sex, and the moving image exhibit. This one takes you on a roller coaster ride through the evolution of sexuality in film and television. It's not just about the explicit scenes, but also about the subtle nuances that shape our understanding and perception of intimacy. A film buff who visited the exhibit found it to be a brilliant blend of entertainment and education, saying, "It's a deep dive into how our screens have shaped our views on sex, love, and relationships." And let's not forget the Object XXX, selected artifacts from the museum's collection. This exhibit is like a treasure trove of historical and cultural artifacts related to sexuality. From ancient fertility symbols to contemporary pieces of erotic art, this exhibit truly showcases the diverse ways in which human sexuality has been expressed and understood across different times and cultures. So as you can see, this museum offers a whole new perspective on the concept of museum exhibits. And don't forget, they are current events, and maybe some events can change or added when you visit. It's not just about observing artifacts and reading information panels. It's about engaging with the exhibits, challenging your perceptions, and coming away with a deeper understanding of the complex and fascinating world of human sexuality. Of course, not everyone walks out of the Museum of Sex with a smile and a story to tell. With an array of exhibits that challenge norms and push boundaries, the Museum of Sex certainly elicits a variety of reactions from its visitors. For some, it's an enlightening experience. They appreciate the museum's efforts to educate and inform about the diverse aspects of human sexuality. They find the exhibits to be thought-provoking, sparking discussions on topics that are often considered taboo. These visitors laud the museum for its candid approach to sex education, praising it as a venue that encourages open-mindedness and understanding. Then there are those who find the museum to be a fascinating study of cultural shifts. They see it as a reflection of society's evolving attitudes towards sex and sexuality. For them, the museum is not just a collection of erotic artifacts, but a narrative of human history, told through the lens of our most intimate desires and experiences. However, not all reactions are positive. Some visitors find the museum's content a bit too risque for their liking. They argue that while sex education is important, the explicit nature of some exhibits could be off-putting to certain audiences. These critics believe that the museum could do a better job of balancing education with discretion. There are also those who question the museum's purpose. Is it truly an educational institution, or is it merely a provocative tourist attraction? These skeptics challenge the museum to clarify its mission and to ensure that it serves as a platform for meaningful dialogue, rather than just a spectacle. Despite these mixed reactions, the Museum of Sex continues to attract a diverse crowd of visitors, each with their own perspectives and opinions. It's a place that invites debate, encourages exploration, and challenges preconceptions. It's a space that isn't afraid to confront the complexities of human sexuality, and for that reason, it never fails to generate a buzz. Regardless of the varied reactions, one thing is for sure: a visit to the Museum of Sex is never a dull affair. The Museum of Sex isn't just about provocative exhibits and shocking displays. This place, tucked away in the heart of New York City, is a beacon of enlightenment and liberation. It's more than just a museum. It's a catalyst for change, a tool for sexual education, and a safe haven for open discussions about a topic oft shrouded in taboo. Let's delve into some stories that underline the museum's profound impact. There's the tale of a middle-aged woman who, after a lifetime of feeling uncomfortable about her sexuality, found solace and acceptance within the museum's walls. She left with a newfound sense of confidence, remarking how the museum had helped her understand that her feelings and experiences were nothing to be ashamed of. Then, there was a group of college students who visited the museum as part of their human sexuality course. They were amazed at the depth and breadth of the information presented, which went beyond anything they had learned in their textbooks. The museum's exhibits offered them a tangible, interactive way to learn about sexual culture and history, transforming the way they viewed their course and sparking lively debates that continued long after their visit. These anecdotes highlight the museum's role in breaking societal taboos. It's a place where people can confront their preconceived notions and biases, where they can openly discuss and explore a topic that's often pushed under the rug. The museum's impact extends beyond its physical location, rippling out into the wider community, where it encourages open dialogue, fosters understanding, and promotes acceptance. This isn't just a place to gawk at risque exhibits. It's an institution that champions sexual education and fights against ignorance and prejudice. It's a place that empowers people to understand their own sexuality, to accept others, and to break free from societal constraints. The Museum of Sex might shock, it might amuse, but above all, it educates and liberates. It stands as a testament to the fact that when we approach sensitive topics with an open mind, we can foster understanding, acceptance, and ultimately liberation. As we wrap up our virtual tour of the Museum of Sex, it's time to reflect. This museum, nestled in the heart of New York, is more than just a collection of erotic artifacts and provocative exhibitions. It's a testament to the evolution of human sexuality, a celebration of diversity, and a beacon of open conversation. It's a place that challenges the societal norms we've grown accustomed to and encourages us to question our understanding of a topic often shrouded in taboo and discomfort. The Museum of Sex is not just about the act of sex itself. It delves into the psychology behind it, the history, the culture, and the science. It's about understanding the complexities of human desire, the intricacies of relationships, and the impact of societal norms on our perceptions and experiences. It's a thought-provoking exploration of a topic that is integral to our very existence. By openly exhibiting and discussing sexuality, the museum breaks down barriers. It provides a safe and open space for people to learn, explore, and discuss. It challenges the idea that sexuality should be hidden or suppressed, and instead promotes understanding, acceptance, and appreciation. It's a place that encourages us to confront our own biases and discomforts. It asks us to examine how we perceive sexuality, both our own and that of others. It's a place that pushes us to question, to understand, and to grow. It's also a place that acknowledges the diversity of human sexuality. It's a place that celebrates all forms of sexual expression. In essence, the Museum of Sex is a call to action. It's a call to engage in open dialogue, to challenge our preconceived notions, and to embrace the diversity of human sexuality. It's a call to be comfortable with who we are and to respect and understand others for who they are. The Museum of Sex certainly provides food for thought. It challenges us to ask ourselves, how comfortable are we really with our own sexuality and that of others?
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.